everybody. We're over at the HESCO booth with Aaron. Hey Aaron, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm Pledge. How are you doing?
Doing good. So tell us about it's a barrier system, correct?
Yes,
and you all
it
been
is.
making barrier systems for a long time?
Yes, it is. We've been selling HESCO barriers into the military market for a lot of years.
Okay.
I'm sure that almost all of our soldiers and Marines out in the field are very, very familiar with the traditional HESCO barrier system. We have a couple of new innovations. This one that we have right in front of us is called HESCO Cart. And it addresses some of the feedback that we heard about how difficult it can be sometimes to manually set them up by standing them up on a pallet and having soldiers pull them out
they would be
and pin them
delivered on a
together.
pallet. They would go picking them in and then fill them.
Exactly, sir.
Okay.
Typically they're delivered flat packed on a pallet, and so a couple of soldiers would pick it up, and it's not too much. It's about 150 pounds for two soldiers to pick up and pull out, but still it's a manual part of the process
Right.
that we tried to eliminate because we had heard that feedback.
So and that's what came into the innovation of this design.
Yes, sir. The cart system is packed on a single pallet. The units are already standing up. As you can see, that they're delivered vertically like this. This is just a smaller demo unit. So in reality, this tightly packed section you would see would continue all the way to the front edge
Right.
of the pallet. And so the pallet holds 80 meters of barrier, about 240 feet, which is considerably more than the previous pallets could hold.
So can you show us, unless you want to demonstrate for
Sure.
everybody to see how it goes?
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay.
As you can see, if you can see what's going on in the video
Stacked
up here,
up.
we're going to do that. We're going to do that in person here. To start one of these off, a couple of soldiers will just grab the last unit and they'll pull it off, and you'll see that they unfold, and they each come right off of the pallet. And then this part would be anchored down. You would stake it or partially fill one of the first cells, and then you would drag the remainder of the pallet in the direction that you wanted your barrier, using any sort of vehicle that's capable of pulling it. Or
you can
possibly, if you got a couple of husky guys,
Yeah.
maybe they'll want to drag you around. Some people will use just a bobcat in civil sites, or any kind of wheeled vehicle will be able to drag this pallet
And then
around.
because you probably would have a bobcat to fill it.
Yes,
So.
yeah, of course. The bobcats are typically on site to fill them, so that's why that one's very often used.
So show me the disassembly, because
Sure.
before these can actually be reused.
Absolutely. I'm going to come around here to this side so I can show you. One of the pieces of feedback that we got previously was that it can be very, very difficult to remove these. They're designed to be a very robust barrier, and so as such they tend to stay there. But occasionally we need to demobilize. We want to remove barriers, and so. In the past, they've frequently been simply bulldozed or knocked over with a payloader,
Okay.
and that's effective. But the result is a large pile of twisted metal, sort of in a bird's nest.
Right.
Very difficult to get rid of. It's very light, but it's very big, hard to handle. So we heard that feedback. We said, well, we'd like to have something that's recoverable, and by recoverable we mean that it can be removed relatively easily and possibly even reused. Although that depends on the condition of the units themselves. And so that innovation involves having at each corner there's a flap. And a flap, and you see behind you, there's another one, and they're each attached with one staple. Those have been ripped already.
Rip it open.
Right, so you pop the one staple up, and then you pull the pin at every corner, and it's open.
And
so
then all the contents fall out.
All of the contents come out. So each corner can be opened, and they come apart at every cell. So the sand can be removed. The fill material can be removed. The pieces are flat packed. They're either reused or, at the very least, they're not mangled, right? And you can fit them into a dumpster or onto a truck for disposal removal.
So do they all come in this green?
They come in the two fabulous Army colors, the green that you see here, of course, and desert tan, right?
Well, I appreciate you giving us this demonstration today.
Okay, well, hey,
Thank you.
Thanks very much. My pleasure.
See you.